Welcome back to Celebrate Truth. I'm Robbie Davidson, and we've got another great video for you today exposing, that's right, climate change and how this all affects us. Again, it affects our pocketbooks because they're wanting to take your money on this unbelievable hoax that most of the world are jumping on board because scientism have told us so. But hey, one of the big guys, as you remember back in 2006, Al Gore, he prophesied that unless the world dramatically reduced greenhouse gases, we would hit a point of no return. Fear, fear. That's what we say. We just say fear stuff and everyone flips out. And in the book review of Gore's book and movie from last year, An Inconvenient Truth, scientist James Henson unequivocally stated, we have at the most 10 years, not 10 years to decide upon action, but 10 years to alter fundamentally the trajectory of global greenhouse emissions. Time is upon Gore's point of no return and Hanson's critical tipping point, but the two fathers of global warming movement have narrowly admitted their exaggeration nor set a new timetable for effective action. Instead, since 2006, Al Gore, the man who once warned that sea levels would rise to catastrophic levels, bought a $9 million beach house. Interesting there, Al. You're all worried about the sea levels, but you buy a house right by the sea. Interesting. But anyways, line your pocketbooks. That's exactly what happened here because when this movie came out, everyone was going crazy. The ice caps are going to melt, polar bears are going to die, we're going to everyone is just losing their mind over this and they're saying, "Hey, what do we got to do? We got to pitch in. We got to start recycling." And hey, remember the grocery stores? I get so annoyed. I'd be like grabbing my groceries and they'd be like, "Uh, do you want any bags?" Yeah, need kind of something to carry my groceries. "Oh, okay, that's 5 cents per bag." Excuse me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, we're charging for bags now. Oh, really? Why is that? Oh, because we all have to do our part to save the planet. Honestly, that's exactly what I heard from someone. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. You know what? No, I'll carry it in my damn shirt or something. That's ridiculous. So, yeah, of course, people can bring in their own bags. But the idea that you're actually contributing to help out the planet, Mother Earth. Oh, we have to take care of Mother Earth. She's so precious. When did she become a mother? What's actually her name? What's going on here? Is the world going crazy? Let's go hug a tree. Let's go, people are actually, I'm not even joking. I'll do a video on it at some point because it's so crazy. They're having sex with nature. Not even joking. Dirt, and it's just crazy. But the world is going nuts with all the headlines going on. People are just going any which way and everything's being tolerated. But the unfortunate thing when we've got climate change, and again, it used to be global warming, you know, but global warming they didn't like anymore because people caught on. Remember, ClimateGate, all the data, all these scientists fudging figures, trying to make the Earth warmer to support all of their, theories. And again, one of the big things was Al Gore's big documentary that was totally funded by the government, and he made a lot of money out of it. And you know what? It's nonsense. He predicted stuff didn't happen. Hey, where can we sign up? What's that? You're going to add a new tax on? Carbon tax? Hey, sounds good to me, Al. Hey, sign me right up. Actually, I'm already paying carbon tax. It's just ridiculous. All my utilities going through the roof. Why? Because in Canada, in Alberta, we're doing climate change. Oh, we got to basically get on the bandwagon, whether we want to or not, because, well, it's a consensus, right? 97% of scientists agree. Wait a minute, what about the 3%? Let's talk to them. But interesting enough, there's a lot of people coming forward saying, look, the numbers don't justify what you're saying. So again, there's a huge debate going on with this. Again, this all ties into scientism. And again, if you even deny climate change, you must be a science denier. You're a terrorist. You're something that's dangerous. And we got to, and you watch the rhetoric, you watch with this movie, watch what happens. I was looking at an article and, people are saying stuff like, this film needs to be leaked now. I need this to screen to my students immediately, we need to get on the bandwagon. Everyone jumps on board, especially when all of a sudden it's science. Science has proved this, science has proved that. Well, it's interesting. If you actually look it up, there's quite a few scientists that actually come forward with the actual empirical data, things that they're testing, observing, repeating, and it's not going the way that Al Gore wants everyone to think that it is. But everyone's going crazy. But they're like, but look at there's so many hurricanes and there's this going on and this going on. I mean, what do we say to that? What's happening? That's a really good question. But it's really interesting that how the world wants you to believe that, hey, we're doing this, that we can actually affect change. We can actually turn the tides of this, that we can actually, you know, reverse everything that's in motion. But it's very interesting. And that's what I wanted to really get at because again, everyone kind of looks at this and they know a lot of people watching this video will know it's already a joke. Some people that are here, they're like, no, it's not a joke. Look at the weather. I've looked at the data. Things are going up, more earthquakes, more hurricanes, all these things. But what's interesting is the world's baffled, at these events, and they're trying to link it to we can do it this way. And if we go this route, this will happen. If you pay your carbon tax and everyone pitches in to save planet Earth, we're going to be able to turn things around. But it's interesting because in the Bible, it prophesied that this exact would happen. These events would happen. Jesus said there would be great earthquakes and in various places famines and pestilences. That's Luke 21:11. And in recent past, there's been plagues of locusts and mice across sections of Australia. Earthquakes are being reported with alarming regularity in the news. So you have to look at this and say, well, wait a minute. What exactly is going on? When the world's narrative is saying we've already determined it, this is reality, this is what we have to do, you have to wonder. The Bible also states, upon the earth distress of nations and perplexity at the roaring of the sea and waves. The frequency and magnitude of tsunamis is clear evidence of the roaring of the sea and waves. I mean, you can look around. So what I'm saying is when it all comes down to this, the big question you have to ask, they'll say it's man. It's man creating this. It's through all the stuff that we're doing. But what does the Bible say? The Bible actually explains it. And the answer is God. Bible prophecy stated that this would occur in the last days, along with other signs of the times, such as nation rising against nation, kingdom against kingdom, wars, right? Rumors of war, all which point to the end times. These climatic changes were prophesied to herald the last days in preparation for the return of Christ. Right? Now, if these things are signs from God, then is there any likelihood that man can prevent these things from occurring? Not a chance. If the hand of God is indeed behind these events, then man would have more chance of holding back the tide than trying to prevent these things from happening. So in all of this, do we have be concerned about any of this stuff that's going to take place? No, we're told it's going to happen. And furthermore, we definitely should not live in the spirit of fear. It says in the Bible, we were not given the spirit of fear. So don't buy into the propaganda, all this fear mongering, all this stuff that's going to happen around climate change. It happened in 2006. Al was saying that we have 10 years, we're going to destroy the planet. He predicted things. They didn't happen. It didn't. I mean, yes, weather's getting worse, but the planet wasn't warming. I mean, the data actually shows that it was cooling. Uh-oh, uh-oh. What do we do? We got global warming. We got it trademarked. We have it marketed. Everyone knows global warming, global warming, global warming. Hi, I got an idea. What's that? What's that? We're looking for any idea because global warming, we got a problem because it's cooling. What do we do now? Let's call it climate change. That's actually good because climate changes, doesn't it? Yeah, all throughout history, there's always been changes in climate. It's cooled, it's heated, it's done all these things all throughout history. And again, people looking back at the data can definitely see there's been different time periods and things have changed and happened. Ah, nobody can debate that the climate's changing. Yes, you're right, we can't. So that's the reality of it. We cannot debate that. But they want us to believe that man is creating it. The Bible says, however, that God is creating it. As we get closer, we are going to see these signs and we are going to see intensity, frequency, more hurricanes, right? more earthquakes, all of these things are going to, it says it's like the birth pains. As they get closer to giving birth, they get more intense, they get closer together. This is going to happen. It's prophesied. Get ready for it, but get ready to get out of any type of scientism and belief that you honestly think that you're going to actually make any change and honestly fight the system when all of a sudden they're wanting to steal your money and line their pockets. What a great idea. It's like they were looking and saying, okay, we know the weather's going to get worse. Oh, we got an idea. I just looked in the Bible and it says this is going to happen. We can't stop it. So, but if we convince everyone that they can stop it, people will pay a lot of money for that, of course, because no one wants to die, right? No one wants to become extinct. If the dinosaurs had, if they basically, we came to the dinosaurs and said, dinosaurs, would you like to actually prevent yourselves going extinct? We'll give you the technology. Actually, all you got to do is you just got to pay us. You got to go out there and hunt for us and bring back stuff, and we'll prevent you going extinct because you can change the meteorite coming to destroy all of you. I mean, that's the narrative. It's nonsense. Millions of years ago, like we know anything that happened back then. And the fact of the matter is, dinosaurs didn't exist. Look it up. It's all a big lie. They want you to believe this narrative because it gets into the whole evolution with all these animals before us and these just again there's been lots of great videos done on it, and I'll be exposing more on the whole dinosaur thing because again it we are infatuated by dinosaurs. It tells us our past, right? Space and the final frontier showing our future. The evolution model, how we're evolving into godhood because we're evolving to pretty much go from Neanderthal animal to godhood in the sense that we're evolving, we're escaping the matrix. All of these things are lies from the pit of hell. Don't believe them. Climate change is a great way to get introduced and get into the idea that everything that we've been taught, everything that they're trying to parade, again, is a lie. And when you break down the heliocentric Big Bang globular model, you can just completely start destroying their ideas of the ozone and climate change and all these things when you get into their models and what's happening with the sun rays. And I'm sorry, God created the sun. Yeah, it makes sense that God's going to create the sun to give us cancer, and it's bad for us. The sun is bad for us. I mean, you stay in the sun, yes, you could get sunburnt, but just like you stay out in the rain, you can get soaking wet. Who cares? The reality is, God's not going to create a light in the sky to kill us. They want us to believe, though, that if you're out in too much UV, you need protection. And if you get these harmful rays, you're going to get skin cancer and all these sort of things. Again, even cancer itself, we have major problems. There's major money to be had, but really the reality is when you start looking into all of these things, look into what scientism have created because everything they teach is to explain away the truth of the Bible and of God because it's predicted with climate change that all these events are going to take place. But they have man believing through science they've figured it out and how to reverse it. Again, it's an assault on the Word of God. It's an assault on the Bible. And again, you're going to see this time and time again, whether it's the Big Bang heliocentric universe, it's evolution, it's climate change, it's the vaccinations they want to, have everyone get. All of these sort of things play into this overall arching theme. Get in line with the scientism authority structure. We are your seers. We are the experts. You don't debate us. You dare even question us. The facts are settled. There is no debate. And honestly, guys, we have to keep on exposing the world's lies. Let's celebrate truth. John 14:6. Blessings to y'all. Take care.